Honestly,
why is Shed all in caps? That's funny.
Actually, why is it in caps?
It might be a different font, or maybe it's a OBS setting. Whatever. We got Dylan versus Shed.
Do you have friends that like talk in all caps?
Not really, but I think that would be funny.
I have one, and it always freaks me out because they're like, Joe! I'm like, man, don't yell at me. Like, it's text like they're not yelling, but I'm like, when you write Shed, I'm like, man, dude, chill out, Shed.
Yeah.
You need to relax here. Oh, God. But you know what? He's not relaxing. He's kind of...
Yeah, well, it's a pretty even... I think this could be a pretty even set.
That Nair was really intelligent. Oh.
I actually like the forward air there because it catches the shield drop with the second hit.
And honestly, Dylan messes with that. He actually does think about that kind of stuff, you know?
That's cool. You can definitely see both of these players, like, the gears turn in their heads. I think we might see a little bit of a slower pace than the last match.
I can't believe, honestly, Grain could have just held it, but I don't think he expected Dylan to go out there because I don't think a lot of Falcos would high key. Because that Nair, if you miss that Nair, you're actually dead. Like,
that was a confident Nair, for sure.
See, he's playing confident. I love the way that's.
I like
that Nair.
Yeah,
I actually do because it actually gave you more, possibly, but it didn't. But.
I think in the last set, like Grain was definitely just had the edge in confidence. Like he was just more comfortable with the character and the game's mechanics. But I think this is a very even match, and I think it'll be interesting to see.
I think we're gonna get a better neutral, just like you said, because I just saw Dylan shield off on the platform and do a waveland back. When I see people taking the patience and trying to bait responses like that, I'm like, all right, we got a more we got checkers going on.
We got we got some RPS, some mix-ups being played, like...
No lasers, though, and I actually do think in this matchup, lasers are especially potent against Fox, because it's actually pretty hard, like...
Oh, he catches him trying to laser there. So that's really important to, like, scare Falco off of doing those kind of lasers. So, like, let's see if Dylan is going to be a little bit more ready for that next time. So this time he spot dodges.
Oh, I like this call. That was amazing.
Yeah, that's all very good. He went for the turnaround up tilt. I don't think it would have reached. That was good DI from Grain there, from Shed.
From Shed?
Yeah.
Like, but no, honestly, the one thing I'm looking at, too, is the only thing is I've seen the same laser height from Dylan the entire time, and I think that's an opportunity for Shed to pick up on that.
I was like, the last time I played against Dylan, like, I think the last game we played, like he won, and I was just like, he's not gonna do the high laser again, and then he kept doing it. I was like, damn it.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's that's such a funny way to put it because I agree that I look at it a lot because one thing I know is I was playing a lot of friendlies with Drake, and one thing I noticed working, I was like, man, my lasers are bad. I'm doing it the same distance at like the same timing. So,
but sometimes it's good because they're gonna be expecting like a low laser, and then you just keep like shooting them out of the air.
Oh, it's so good.
Because jumping over Falco's lasers is like one of the like key ways to beat him, I would say. But shooting like an earlier laser can just be a really good way to beat that. There's a lot of nuance in the laser game.
It's true. That's one thing I think a lot of people like. They hate when Falcos shoot too much of the gun, but I think there is a lot of thought that goes into the gun.
Okay, you can see the players like stop in real life a little bit before it happens.
It's not always so trivia because guys, we're a little bit behind.
We're like a second and a half behind or something. So we got. Wait, that was game 1 to Dylan. Whoops.
Yeah. Remember, this is speedrunner. You're a speedrunner, Jess. You know all about this. You're great at grinding things, right? Like that's a skill speedrunners have compared to other.
Well,
gamers.
Yeah. I mean, I technically I did Mega Man X speedrunning like the year before I started Melee in like 2013. Really? Yeah, I got to like maybe like 5 minutes off of like the world record, but it was like that's the where it gets the hardest, is grinding off the last little bit. But
God, that's super interesting. Yeah, so
I was just kind of like, yeah, you do repetitive, like you do the same thing over and over. It's a little bit different. Like in speedrunning games, there's RNG, but in Melee, there's like DI and SDI and teching patterns and stuff. So like, there's a lot of stuff to react to still, even though you're kind of like doing the same thing over and over. It's like not really the same thing. So I think that's really important to just get like yourself familiar with like all the possible outcomes of like when you hit Fox with a shine as Falco, like. What are your follow-ups on every DI, at every percent? Like, get at least a good intuition for it. Like Mango, he might not like be able to tell you what percent he does what thing at, but he has a good feel for it.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
And I usually hate that when people say that, just to me, because you know why? I think of from the spectator point of view. I don't think, can you explain to a spectator, like, what the heck, like, when people say by feel, I don't. Can you explain? It's so nebulous to me. I don't understand what by feel means.
Honestly, I mean, it's just kind of like.
Is it from experience?
It's more of like, yeah, it's like from experience you gain subconscious habits, and they're not really conscious, but you still do them, like, because you've been in the situations enough time and you've seen all the possible outcomes, or like enough of them that you can kind of have a good guess of like what to do.
So in a weird way, can I think of like melee players are kind of like Doctor Strange? You know, where he can see like, or sorry, you know Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen?
Yeah.
You know how he can see like multiple realities at the same time?
Yeah.
Is that by feel, kind of? Like, just your explanation you just used.
It can be, I feel. It depends on the person, honestly. Some people learn better just by... I think everyone can benefit from study, but like some people are more resistant to studying and more just want to play. And that's how... I don't know. So it's really what feels like the most comfortable and stuff for you, but...
Oh, that's interesting. And one thing I just noticed that was funny was that he did the laser from ledge, but he did it so high that Grain was able to run under it and shine him. He died at 0.
That is a thing that can happen.
Which is like, yeah, you got to be careful. Like that, lasers from ledge are actually pretty difficult.
You got to do them like low sometimes, yeah, to catch stuff like that. But they can also jump over low lasers. It's not really that safe if they're in the range to punish it. At least against like Fox.
Yeah, and that was better. Those lasers you just did were very good. You did a double super low laser.
Yeah, they saw like some smash plank with the shine or something.
Holy shit, I hate up smash on Falco. It's the most useless move in this kid. And it literally has like no purpose. Up tilt is always better. Up tilt also kills.
You can up smash out a shield. It's just not that good. Like
it doesn't give you anything though.
Well, it can start a combo at lower percent, but at that percent, it's not really. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm a hater. You're actually like looking at the game objectively. I have hater rating just because like
fair.
When like no,
it just feels like why are you doing that?
Because to me,
like, why is that a thing? Why is it so weak?
Yeah, well, it looks like it's because it even has like the same. You know how like there's the same cycle of like sound effects, right? It feels like it should be stronger. I'm like, well, that's like a back air from Falcon. That kills like 120.
Well, it's like the same sound effect as Fox's up smash, I think.
No, I'm pretty sure you're right. So like it should be stronger, but it's like man,
it's not. I mean, it's like Fox's forward smash, kind of.
Actually, it's true. They might be the same. No, honestly, a lot of I'm seeing overshoot grab as a really something I might steal from these players because I'm actually liking how the way they're using
Falcon
it.
like really benefits from overshoot grab, I think.
It's good. I just feel like I don't know how to use it, so I'm actually learning from these two as they play. Of like
really just like if you read a dash back out of any time, not like literally any time, but there's time. I think you should just go for it and then like, you know. Basically, like, if you can, like, get a feel, you know, like, for, like, when it works and when it doesn't. Or you can, like, study and be like, oh, this is when it worked and when it didn't work.
Okay, if he actually L-canceled that back air, that could have been a crazy conversion.
Yeah.
That miss L-cancel kind of ruined the combo.
What? We're seeing a lot of patient play here from Dylan, and it's working out. I think Grain is having a really hard time getting in, and...
Dude,
Dylan is packing on a lot of damage.
He is. He's playing really... Like, his combo routes are so creative today. Like, it's kind of insane. He's extending these combos as far as they can go, and not in a way that's putting himself in jeopardy kind of deal.
Yeah, he's, oh, shoot.
Okay, I hate that. That's one thing he needs to stop.
Here.
Yeah. Like, he's doing one thing is he's getting way too... The thing with Dylan is he doesn't finish his food. He doesn't eat his crust. His crust got cut off when he's a kid, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He does not finish parts of the food.
Yeah, he's definitely just really extending his lead here, though. So we see an overshoot attempt from Grain there, but it's just like a little bit too far forward. And it's looking... I mean, like, if he can take the stock right now, and then, you know, like, maybe he can get a Gimp, or he can get a good conversion, it's definitely still doable, but, like, Dylan just keeps, like, counter-hitting it. Like, he's not letting him just run him over. He's, like... He's keeping him out. He's putting on damage bit by bit. That time it works out.
I think he could have shielded that.
Maybe. He might have tried to shine. That's like a really common just kind of habit. So there we see him SDIing out of the drill, and like maybe he could have up tilted there. At least like some pressure on.
You know what? Falco's playing well when he's actually like fast falling his aerials. Because Falco, I think a lot of like low level Falco players don't know that the reason if your combos aren't working against certain players is because if you're not hitting the move low enough on the other character, not just their shield but in general, Falco can't really get any like true follow-ups off it. You gotta fast fall a lot of Falco's move to make his combos work, and that's how it works. You know?
All right.
That's crazy, man. His